From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Valley Neighborhood Forecast.
Everything Medical has been your complete source for medical supplies since 2007. Our 10,000 square foot showroom has the largest selection of home medical equipment in the North State. We have what you need. Everything Medical, Athens Avenue, Reading.
Well, good morning to you all. Last night, if you live in Reading, you know what I'm talking about, right? There were some flashes and rumbles of thunder, even some rain, especially around the city of Shasta Lake and the north end of Reading as well. So this is what the radar looked like at 6:30 yesterday evening. Most of the activity was around the Weaverville area, but then we started to see some activity kind of come in from the north. This is about 9:30 on Monday, yesterday. Look at all those lightning strikes. Again, made for a beautiful lightning show if that's something that you like. Otherwise, it's always a good idea to go indoors when you start to see those lightning strikes. But you get the idea. There was some of the heavier rainfall around the city of Shasta Lake, not to mention Reading, and even a few pop-ups near Anderson and south into the Cottonwood area as well. In the meantime, though, of course, that all just quickly died down. We lost a lot of that energy from the daytime heating. But this is what it looks like here. Temperatures are starting to warm up. It's going to notice it today. We're really going to notice it as we go into the weekend. In fact, around 110 degrees. Yesterday I was saying I wasn't quite committing to 110. You'll see that I'm committing a little bit more. Not as hot next week, but still hot. We're going to see a slight drop in our temperatures, but we're still just going to be dealing with that summer heat. Now, the normal high for this time of the year in Reading is 96 degrees. We're going to be above that here, well above that here by Saturday. That's the peak on Saturday, by the way. Then, of course, those temperatures do start to slowly drop, as I mentioned, by the time we get into Sunday and into Monday. But it's still hot, as I mentioned. So there you can see, we're starting to see those temperatures climb. 95 degrees for Reading. Look for a high of 93 for Red Bluff and Chico. You'll see a high of about 92 degrees. Okay, so this is the area of low pressure to our east. That's moving eastward. And essentially, we're just going to be looking at high pressure building in over the next few days. But let's take a look at Futurecast. And chances for thunderstorms are going to be slim again today. But take a look at today at 5 p.m. You see how we're seeing this activity. Now, if you remember yesterday on Futurecast, it was showing just some of this activity coming in off the mountains, trying to make its way into the valley. Eventually, some did make its way down into the Reading area and even near Red Bluff. But we can see here, we can see another repeat of that. So it's not out of the question for a stray shower and maybe even a thunderstorm, especially for the north end of the valley around Reading or, say, the city of Shasta Lake. Not to mention maybe even as far south as Anderson, and slimmer chances you start heading southward. Now we'll take you into tonight and through the day tomorrow. Now tomorrow, we're seeing those thunderstorms popping up off to our east, but we remain dry. I think any chances for thunderstorms are pretty much gone at this point here by tomorrow, and not to mention for your Thursday. So here's what it looks like today in the valley. Temperatures are going to be the low 90s. So we're starting to see the temperature warm up a little bit. 92 degrees for Orland, 92 degrees for Corning, Paskenta about 90 degrees, and Elk Creek about 90. We'll take you up north, city of Shasta Lake about 93, 94 for Palisadro. There's your 7-day forecast for Red Bluff. Whew, right? 109 degrees for Saturday, Sunday. Here it is. Summer is here. And we're going to definitely feel it here over the weekend. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast for Reading. 98 degrees on Wednesday, 104 Thursday, 109, 110 Saturday. So yeah, it's going to be hot. And it looks like these temperatures are dropping slightly for early next week, but yeah, quite honestly, 109 to 105, not a very big difference when you start getting up that hot. But any way you look at it, it's warming up. Be prepared for the heat as we go into the weekend.